Hello, it is Topical Tuesday, New Year's Eve, December 31st, 2019, last hours of the decade, and possibly last time I'm coming to you this year, this decade, with my buddy Santa Claus, because I have a feeling the Christmas decorations, about time to take them down. Speaking of take down, so I was going to come to you with the typical December 31st, Topical Tuesday topic of, hey, it's the end of the year, and let's assess the situation and set some goals for next year, and blah, 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 blah. And then came this heroic Texas gunman parishioner security guard in a church outside of Dallas, Texas on Sunday, taking out his gun and taking out an attempted mass shooter. I mean, technically, I guess he was. He killed two people, I think, and wounded another. But he was possibly going to shoot up another 10, 15, 20 people. They say the cops were there in about 1 minute, which is incredibly fast. But of course, 1 minute is enough time for him to kill 10, 20 people. But reportedly, it only took 6 seconds for this hero to take him down, whipping out his gun and somehow hitting him with a bullseye. Here's the thing. Everything I've seen on the news has been all about how he saved another 10 or 20 lives, possibly. You know, it could have been more people killed. And in all these, here's the thing that everyone's missing. And here's the point, and it's got a business lesson to it, a huge business lesson. Most people tend to look only in the short term at the immediate actions, including business owners, making the mistake of not focusing on the long term. So for a business owner, this means somebody comes into your store or hits your website or calls you up on the phone or whatever it is. Oh, the fireworks are going off. And you make a sale. And you're all excited, you made a sale. And usually you look to make a profit on that sale because you're not looking long term. Long term, that first sale could be a first sale, which could lead to many, could lead to a lifetime customer buying from you over and over and over and happily referring lots of people to you and sticking with you forever, buying bigger and better stuff and more often and bringing in other people that buy lots of stuff more often. I mean, that one sale can be worth thousands, tens of thousands, millions of dollars to your business. And yet business owners look at it as one sale. And that's usually why they try and make a profit on that first sale, when what they should be doing is just making the sale. Getting that person to be a customer, to trust you enough, to take out their cash or their credit card and give it to you, whether it's $1 or $100 or $1,000. Takes trust to do that. Once that trust is established, and then you have the opportunity to perform, to go above and beyond and over-deliver, and make them ecstatically happy, then they'll buy more stuff. So why would you make it so difficult to make that first sale by attempting to make a profit on it? Why do you have to make $10, $50, $2, $100 on that first sale when that makes that first sale harder? So you make a lot less of those first sales than if you were making that first sale at no profit or even losing money on it. The loss leader, as it's known in the retail world, just to get them to make that first purchase. You know, the $5 footlong, famously with Subway. You know, it costs $5 to make that sandwich with the food costs and the labor costs and the overhead. But then they get to the register, and then comes the money-making question. Do you want chips and a drink with that? Chips and a drink, sure. Whatever percentage of people, 50%, 20%, whatever the percentage was, it's almost all profit on chips and a drink. $1.59, $1.79, whatever, for chips and a drink. About 20 cents worth of food cost. You've already covered the overhead and the labor costs with the sandwich. That's where the $5 went. Now it's practically pure profit. $1.20, $1.50 profit. Just by asking that profit-making question after you broke even or lost a little money on that first sale. Sometimes they lose money on the $5 footlong. Maybe it costs $5.20 to make the $5 footlong. But then bang, do you want chips and a drink with that? Boom, $1.50 profit. Even if you lost 20 cents in that initial sale, they're up 130 and the person comes back over and over. Sometimes they buy 2 or 3 subs. Sometimes they add in a cookie, a salad. They come back after the promotion's over, on and on and on. They tell their friends. They go there all the time. They go out of their way. People say, what do you want? Well, look down the street. We got Burger King, McDonald's, Taco Bell, Subway. Oh, I'll go to Subway. I like that. They'll go out of their way to come to you. So take the hint and make it easy on yourself and think long term. So getting back to this gunman, where does that fit in? Well, that's the thing. I watch everyone saying, yeah, he saved another 10, 15 lives. Wow. To me, he might have saved thousands of lives. Now you're going, Steve, what are you, nuts? You drink a little too much champagne on New Year's Eve? Well, first of all, I haven't had an alcoholic drink in, however, about 29 years or so. So that's not it. I am normally just crazy without the drinking. Anyone that knows me would say that. But no, what I'm saying is think of the big picture. Right now, mass shootings occur in these soft targets, these gun-free zones. I mean, a gun-free zone. Putting a sign or establishing your place of business, worship, your school, concert, whatever it is, as a gun-free zone is if I would put a sign on the front of the door going, this is a lock-free zone. None of the doors are locked. Like, how dumb is that? So gun-free zone. So these shooters know schools, churches, man, they have a lot in common. At concerts, schools, churches, there's a group of people that are very passive, they're relaxed, they're sitting, and they're focused on some one person or one group in the front of the room, not paying attention to anything behind them, somebody coming in from the back, or anyone on the side. They're focused on the front of the room, and they're relaxed and feeling happy, they're enjoying themselves, or they're engrossed. If it's in school, they're focused on the teacher, or maybe they're writing down notes. They're not thinking at all about, wow, a dangerous situation might be occurring, as if you were walking through a bad part of a city at Friday night at 2 a.m, you'd be on high alert, looking all around, wondering, or I'm in the subway station. I'm from New York City. I've been mugged and robbed and all that stuff. I remember, walking into the subway late at night and heightened awareness, looking around, wondering, you hear a sound, what's going on? Let's be careful. Let's make sure we're in packs. But you go into a school or a church or a concert and you forget all that. You relax. So that's prime target for a gunman to come in and shoot a lot of people. Well, if we have more of these heroes, like in this Texas church, being trained and armed and taking the guy down in 6 seconds with one shot, if that started happening all over America, guess what? Pretty sure all churches would be out of bounds for potential mass shooters, and there is the savings of thousands of lives. Same thing with schools. If you could just get Americans to think straight and defend themselves. All this long range. We gotta, long range would be great to get rid of all the guns. Okay, whatever if that's what you think, it'd be great. But how about right now? How about we live in the presence where right now there are a lot of guns, and there are a lot of sick people, and there are a lot of angry people. And it's not one person's fault or anyone's fault. That's been going on forever. It goes on all over the world ever since Cain and Abel. I mean, there's angry people who want to kill people, and if they don't kill them with a gun, they use a machete. So they don't use a machete, they use a rock, they use a stick, they rent a truck, they use a pipe bomb. Angry people want to do evil things and kill people. That's just the way it is. So now, knowing that's reality, would you rather be in a church in a gun-free zone when that guy comes walking in with the shotgun, starts taking people out, or would you rather have the trained security guards that are armed? Come on now, if you answer the first case, then you're not being honest. I don't think you'd want to sit there with your family and hope that you can just duck down and they won't kill you. They'll run out of ammunition or something, or the police will arrive and you won't be one of the 50 people killed. I'm pretty sure you'd like the fact that guy whipped out the gun and took that guy out in 6 seconds. So what if that was the case in every school, or in enough schools? It doesn't have to be every one, but enough schools, enough churches, enough concerts, enough malls, enough of these soft targets where there's lots of people not paying attention, not with heightened awareness, as if they're in a danger area. And a few more of these heroes took out a few more of these would-be mass gunmen. Well, they would no longer go into churches, no longer go into schools. Sure, they'd pick somewhere else to go, but that would save thousands of lives of these people in these passive, attention-forward, not heightened awareness at all situations, concerts, schools, churches, even businesses, that kind of thing. So the way I look at it is the way I look at everything in business and in life. I look at the long term. So for a customer, I don't need to make money off that person the first time I see him. I'm looking for long term. I'll even lose money the first time I see him. Why not? Of course. If I can gain them as a long-term customer, even if I have a 1 out of 3 or a 1 out of 4 chance. So I lose money on 3 people. I lose 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 bucks on 3, 4 people. But then the 5th one is a customer for life and refers a few people, and I make tens of thousands of dollars there. Good deal, right? That's looking at things in the long term. Same thing with this gunman. He didn't just take out one guy. He might have taken out a whole bunch of mass shooters from entering churches, especially if there's more of these situations that occur. Mass shooters would stop going into churches, wouldn't they? Which means that would long-term save thousands of lives. And so as we come to the end of a year and we start a new year and a new decade, how about, if you haven't before, you take a long-term approach to everything in your business, and I suggest in your life, for this coming decade. And you don't get all bent out of shape and all focused on the short term and the near term and, man, I got to make a buck on this customer and this prospect and boom, bang, I got to maximize the amount of money I make the first time I see them stuff. You take a long-term approach. Give it a shot. Okay, prove me wrong, in fact. Hit me up at helpfromsteve.com and let me know that this doesn't work, not a good idea, that you have proof that what I just said is wrong, that if you focus on the short term and you try and squeeze every dollar you can out of everybody you meet as soon as you see them, and you don't care if anyone ever comes back or stays or refers or buys anything else from you, and if that works in the long term, and that's the easy, fun way to make a lot of money and grow your business, I'd love to know about it. Go to helpfromsteve.com. If you want help with getting your mindset straight for the coming year, the coming decade, and thinking long term, I've got lots of strategies that you can put into place. I'll give you the step-by-step directions. Give me a call. Go to helpfromsteve.com, and I'll get you going on this stuff. And then when you get in the habit of this, you'll see a complete transformation, complete life change and a business change. It'll be easier, more fun, and a lot more lucrative to run your business. That's my hope for you in the coming year, the coming decade. That'll do it for 2019, Topical Tuesday. I'll be back tomorrow on New Year's Day to say hello. It's World Wide Web Wednesday, so maybe I'll come up with a business tip and bring that to you. Otherwise, being a holiday, I'm just going to be hanging with my beautiful wife, Michelle, watching the parades, and having a nice, relaxing day to start the year. And I hear that the temp is even going to hit 60 degrees and be sunny tomorrow. So that'll be kind of nice for a change here. It's been a chilly winter. Hopefully it's nice where you are. Hopefully you have a fantastic and safe and prosperous new year. And I will catch you tomorrow in 2020. Over and out for 2019 for Santa and me. Thanks for watching.